Hello, guys. Well, I just got home and I was nudged to do a video for you guys explaining some abstract concepts about the third eye, the pineal gland, your Stargate system, to the other dimensions. And so I'm going to explain this in a way that can be digestible. All right, so taking these multidimensional concepts and translating them. So, translating the universe for you all. This is important just because a lot of you are in the midst of opening your third eyes, if you haven't already, and you're starting to see things that you could not see before. As we ascend, we have to prove ourselves constantly. Are we going to cash out from that slot machine and just settle with something, settle for less? Or are we going to keep investing in that highest version, in that highest possibility of reality? So this, I believe I did a 1-minute video about this about a year ago, but I want to elaborate a little bit. Your third eye, okay, can see into hidden dimensions, which can be likened to the future. Your third eye can see into all these different timelines, but it also acts as not only as a transmitter, but as a reception device. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm telepathic with my friends and I'm telepathic with this. Your third eye is your sixth sense. So your sixth sense is also the ability to download codes from the universe and then decode those codes so that they can be understood in a linear third dimensional sense. Your third eye has so many capabilities. Not only can it transmit images or thoughts or feelings or the concoction of all three to send out a very clear message to the universe, but it can also receive messages from the universe. So what I wanted to share with you today was we're going to go into prediction and we're going to go into potentials. There will be times where you receive an imprint or a visual impression of a potential future, okay? Of a probable timeline. So say you're dating someone and then you're on your first date. Let's just say it's a first date. You're on your first date with this person and you get inundated with a vision that this person is your one, that you can see yourself holding him or her in the bed down the line. All right, so you're receiving a potential in that moment. That's your third eye acting as a receptacle for information that isn't always academically comprehensible, but it's something that your soul can feel. Now, what the third eye is doing in that moment is it's giving you a preview of a potential. Because when we go quantum, there is no such thing as one future anymore. There are a myriad of futures. So say you receive this vision, or you receive a vision around your career or something that you might be doing in the future. Say you're a starseed right now and you can really see yourself helping people around the world and leaving your imprint. Then that is a vision that your spirit guides, that the higher dimensional beings of love and light want you to see. So they're granting you access into a potential. There will be times where you can't access the future. So you might say, well, what's next? All right, so I'm going to kind of break this down for you all. When you cannot see the future, you are being asked to develop more trust with your universe, to cultivate that relationship, because so many of our issues have hailed from a lack of trust. And who can blame us? I mean, look at the system. It's kind of inverted. It's kind of corrupt. And I don't like to feed into the conspiracy, but how can we ever feel safe if the system is one of control? It's very difficult to ever drop and expand into the heart and feel that safety within. So, and even that we've designed. So we've pre-programmed everything. So whenever you can't get the download, whenever you're not given a foreshadow into what's to come, then that means that your universe is asking you to trust it more. All right? Your universe is your guides, your higher self, the beings who are assisting you on this journey, the archangel realm, all right? Whatever resonates with you. So your higher dimensional guidance is telling you we need you to trust us more. That's why we're not showing you. Because when you can't see things, we tend to get flustered or we start to get impatient, and that's what they're asking that you work on. That's why they're not showing you. So the veil almost needs to be there so that you don't lose yourself in the vision, so that you remain focused in here, on your heart, on what you're doing right now, on the emotions that bubble up sometimes, on the stuff that you have to clear. If you have anything that's tinged with negativity, anything that's tinged with reactiveness, anything that's tinged with distrust, with confusion, that's what they're wanting you to address. So whenever you don't get a vision, you're still receiving a message through your third eye from your higher dimensional beings. But what they're saying is, we don't want to show you right now. All right, we don't want to pull the curtain back because we need you to trust more. That's what we're working on with you. There will be times where you do get that vision, like you would on the date. Or if you're a starseed and you're gearing up to help people and you don't know how it's going to happen, but somehow you've had this flash of like helping all these people around the world. Your guides are showing you that. Now, why would they want to give you a snippet of your future? They would do that because so that you can remain in alignment with your highest aspects of who you are, with your integrity, with being dedicated to your path, with making smart and wise choices that would progress you and propel you into that reality. So there have been times with me where before I was doing this work, I was dead broke. But I was so passionate about meditation. And I would spend hours in there. It was my life. And I just made enough to scrape by in life. But I got the vision that I'd be helping a lot of people. And I didn't try to make sense of it. I just said, all right, Phil, every day you wake up and through your choice, you're going to continually increase your vibrational frequency. And my universe will take care of the rest. And it does. It always does. The universe never disappoints. So if you've had a vision of being married to someone, then your universe is giving you that vision so that you can now make choices that will help you spiral up to that reality. Because all those visions are alternate realities. They're parallel realities. And they're showing you that they're already existent. And whether or not you're going to line up with them is up to you. Have you ever had an ex that you broke up with, but you still think about them sometimes? That's because you made a choice to go to make a right, but that reality is still happening. Okay, you were at a fork in the road and you split off into this because from your third dimensional standpoint, you wanted to experience this right now, and you didn't necessarily want to experience that in physicality, but that's still happening in a parallel reality. So that's just kind of like an overview of parallel realities, and it's way more than that. It's so complex. So if you've received a vision from your non-physical entourage, from your spiritual team, from the celestials, from the galactic realm, and you feel like you will be married someday, then you will be married someday, if that's your burning desire. And then you're being asked to make sensible choices that will help you move and vibrate into that reality that is already existing in an alternate universe. Whenever you do not see the vision, Phil, I don't know, am I ever going to get married right now? Your guides are blocking access to to what's to potentially come, because they're needing you to trust the process more. They're needing you to relinquish control, to submit to your universe, to let go into the flow, to open up your heart, to trust that all is well and all is unfolding in the most divine order for you and for all those around you, including your simultaneous dimensional selves. Okay? So, I mean, I'm not going to make this a long video, but this is about the third eye. And your third eye has so many functions. All right? You can communicate with other guides. You can receive information from other guides, transmissions, impressions, all these things. But whenever we feel like it might be closed, it's not that it's necessarily closed. It's just that your guides are needing you to move into more trust. That's all. So I hope that helps you guys. You are so powerful beyond belief. And a lot of you are experiencing activations now. Because this is your time. You've been blueprinted with a starseed code. And that code is firing up right now. That code is coming to life. And your third eye is going to gradually open. You don't have to worry about that. It's a constant activation. When we make poor choices, though, in a way we separate off from source, and so we can't see as much. But for this particular video, I want you to know that if you're not able to see into the future, if you're not able to see through that peephole or through that keyhole, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's just that you're being asked to trust your spirit guides more and what it is that they're orchestrating for you. They're wanting to align the highest reality for you. And all we have to do is take the vision when we get it and ask ourselves, how can I show up every day from an integral place that would allow me to move up and into that reality? And when I cannot see it, because there are things that I still can't see, and I will go, all right, maybe I'm still lacking trust. Oh, and I want to circle back to this for a second. I talked about cashing out at a slot machine. There will be times where your universe tests you, and it will send you the dangling carrot. Okay? Ooh, this is so tempting. Ooh, come over to the dark side. Just take it, you know? And for me, that's a test to see if you've sharpened your discernment. Discernment is so very important when we're working with entities, spirits, other dimensions, because there's all kinds of stuff out there. So we have to be very, very discernful. There will be times where you receive a vision, okay? Say that you meet someone that you're interested in, but you feel like they're not the one, but you receive a vision that if you go, it's like you walk through that corridor, like timeline traveling, and you're like, ooh, but it's very tempting because this person has this, and that can help advance my career. Or this person wants kids, and I want kids, so maybe I'm supposed to go there. But deep down, you have this innate knowing that they're not the one. Well, in that moment, that's the dangling carrot. And your universe is going to say, have you sharpened your discernment? Can you go even further with the trust? And I've been in situations like that, big time, where I'm like, it's so tempting and so alluring. And I want to go there because I know that it's like I see the domino effect, like everything will be okay and it's all going to happen for me. But then I'm like, nah, what's my truth? My truth is that that's not the thing that I'm waiting for. All right, it has a similar energy as that vision that I had received, but something's off. It's slightly out of tune. And so I will listen to that. And I'm like, I'm not cashing out just yet, because my universe holds no limitation. My universe wants me to have the best of the best, because that's what we're here to experience, not mediocrity. You're here as a divine being to experience exception or exceptional beingness, exceptional realities. So when it feels tempting and it's like your biological clock is ticking and you're like, yeah, I think I'll grab this, Don't settle for less, because you would be doing yourself a huge disservice. Go further with it. Stretch your trust even more. Your third eye will receive so much, because this is all a... Think of it like this. Sometimes the dark forces will offer you a polarity so that you can make a choice that is in line with your higher self. So from that context, there is no darkness. Every energy that comes into your field is either coming in to strengthen you or sharpen your discernment or whatever the case. It's all lending to your ascension process. So be very discernful, okay? And then remember that when you can't see something, it means that your universe is wanting you to trust more. Once you trust more, you'll be granted more access. And then when you do see something, that's your third eye sending you an image of a potential future. And you just have to line up with your highest aspect of self and make smart choices. Our choices dictate our reality. And our reality is an externalized presentation of our internal template. So remember that. Your reality is but a presentation, an externalized presentation of what you hold inside. So if you hold distrust, there will be times that your universe won't show you what's to come, because you need to work on that. And when you are given a little bit of a preview, then celebrate that and know that there's a different set of things that you have to work on there. Perhaps it's making wiser choices or discerning different situations that present and asking yourself, is this really that thing that I've seen in my mind's eye? And remember, never shortchange yourself. There is magnificence that awaits you. And it's already here. It's right here. All of it is right here. All of the dimensions have been superimposed within you. And you just have to use your discernment, use your judgment. Make sure to see everything from an objective perspective, because the subjective one will get you in trouble. So, all right, objectivity is very important, as is seeing everything from that 0 point of neutrality. Super important. All right, I love you guys, and I hope this helps. And please share this message, and please subscribe if you haven't already. More to come. Love you.